Welcome back, fellow scrubs. This is Mark D. Wiz, who doesn't have chat up. Of course, gotta start off the night right. There we are. Chat's here, and I hope that Scrubbot's now active. Yes, he is. All right, cool. Welcome back. We got more game dev, more Pocket Fighter EX. First, Pocket Fighter EX is a community-based game, not affiliated with Capcom or SNK, just by the fans, for the fans, non-profit, etc., etc. So, with that out of the way, I want to go over the Ken's Crazy Kicks that I changed. Just ignore us. Yeah. So I reanimated Ken's Crazy Kicks because, ta-da, I fixed. I fixed the issue where I couldn't animate anything anymore. Which, well, let me get the stick, because it's going to be a lot easier to show this. And get here's the cord. There we are. Ken's moves are a bit, I wouldn't want to use the word tricky, but Ken's moves are a little more execution heavy than the others. Hey, let's go here. So Ken got reanimated Crazy Kicks, especially concerning when you target combo of them. So let me turn these off so you can actually see it. Frame rate looks a little dippy. Let me restart it here. I was screwing around with the monitor while it was running, so... Oh, that's much better. Okay. So, Ken has, if you've noticed, he's got the Crazy Kicks. All three. And they're using the Street Fighter 2 HD Remix commands, I believe. I had them this way where it's half circle forward light, half circle forward heavy, half circle forward, and I should say light, medium, and heavy is what they did. But since we've only got two buttons, light and heavy, this is light, this is heavy, and this is EX. So you can cancel them from normals. They're technically specials, but they collide as normals, so let's see if I can... Yeah, they'll trade as normals, but they've got a special command for them, and then they're special cancelable. So that's nothing too new, but the animation... Let's see. Auto guard. The animation is new. So you can link them together. If you start with the light, then you can go to the other. And kind of like how Street Fighter V did it, you can do a special cancel. If you do the light into heavy, you get a special cancel off of that. See? And a lot of things will connect. And of course, because you can end in a Shoryu or a Hadouken, you can max cancel that and do other stuff with it. Just like that. Or, if I can execute it. Yep, you can do another one. Because it's all grounded. So how about that? Not too shabby. Again, nothing too new there, except for the reanimation. And part of the reason I wanted to reanimate it was, one, because I didn't think it looked too great. In this case, instead of just straight canceling to the other animation, it actually has a little bit of a leftover animation on there. And I'll show you what I mean with... Let me grab this mouse. It'll be easier to work with. Put it on up here. So I'm going to have to step through Let's maximize it again. Step through the commands one by one, and then light kick. Okay, then back, down, forward, forward. And now pay attention, the kick's not going to end here. This kick is going to follow through the way the animation is set up. See? He follows through, and then he starts the second kick. So that was the big animation change. And the other one you can do with the EX. So you can start with the light, do the EX. And now that doesn't have as many follow-up possibilities because it launches, but it's a safer option. So notice how you can get a standing heavy punch into that, but you can't get the other one. And this one is not special cancelable. Did you think about adding KOF combos? Well, I tried to strike a balance between the KOF and the Street Fighter kind of combat. So you'll kind of get like a middle ground between those. You'll probably get, well, Street Fighter 5 is sort of a special case. Street Fighter 4 is a little more of a special case where you've got a lot of combo extenders and it's a little bit crazy. When you think of like Third Strike or Street Fighter Alpha, that's the Street Fighter base I'm working from. And then the KOF side, of course, is way crazier than any of the Street Fighters. That one, you know, we'll take that end of the spectrum and then try to meet it in the middle to see how that works. Let's see. So, Strong Punch. Oh, yeah, okay, so there's going to be a couple... See, Ken's got a target combo with his crazy kicks. So that's kind of emulating the normal cancels. So you're talking about the... pull it, Terry. You're talking about going from... like target comboing, but like how KOF allows you to go from normal to command normal. Systematically, I'm not allowing that, but some of the common ones, like that, I've just created target combos for. And then, so you can't do that or do heavy into this. So this is just a normal command normal, a standard command normal. But there are certain ones that are really, like, all Terrys want to do that, you know? They want to be able to use the upper like that. So I just made it a target combo. So if you're familiar with Street Fighter, they kind of pre-program certain packaged ones to work in specific cases. So you can have that. Let's see. So you can, of course, special cancel it. Just like that. Let's see, so you can do shit like that. But it's not like full-on super crazy like KOF lets you get, but it's kind of a middle ground. So it's bringing Capcom characters up a little bit, and it's scaling KOF characters down a little bit to kind of meet in the middle and kind of get a good middle ground there. So Ken's version of that, I thought, I want to bring the crazy kicks back, but I want them to have like good utility. So instead of having some pre-programmed special target combo, I wanted to combine the functionality of that. But that's the only one he gets. So yeah, he can do crazy kick specials, but you know, they've got their uses. Ryu, I do not believe Ryu has any target combos. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Yes, he does. Of course he does. So this one, I forgot about it because I don't use it that much. This one will look familiar if you played Street Fighter 5 with Ryu. So that. So light kick, heavy punch, and then heavy kick. So it's kind of like his classic heavy punch, heavy kick target combo, but I added the light kick in there as well. Because since Street Fighter V allows you, I think you go from medium to heavy punch to heavy kick. So, if you're close enough, you can link a light punch. And of course, it's cancelable, so you can do all sorts of stuff with it. Oop. Yeah, come on. There we go. Oh, I'm screwing it up. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do this. Oh, not close enough. Okay. So you could do something like that. Let's see. Things like that. So he's got more of a standard. I'm not used to doing that. He's got more of a standard. There we go. Use for his. So, Ken gets fire on his crazy kicks in Power Max, which you might know if you've played the current available demo. They also, of course, have all been reanimated. So the same thing I showed before. It's when... Whoops, Jesus. You can tell I haven't practiced on the stick. There we go. So the first kick kind of comes to a resolved... Like, it's resolved in animation. It just doesn't stop and start the next one. So you see the leg actually finish. And there's a little bit more knockback on the EX crazy kick. Now, I call it EX only because of the command. You need both the kicks. But it doesn't actually use any meter, as you can see. Oh, that's not... That's hard to run up and do it. Because you can run up and get this with a standing heavy kick, but to run up and do a crouching heavy kick while you're trying to buffer in the half circle input, that's hard. A lot of times I end up getting the standing, and that's alright too. Because you can still, from the standing, remember, you can still do this. And of course in Power Max it does more damage, and it launches them farther anyway. So it's got its uses. But wait, there's more! Because of course there's more. You might have seen me do it. If you hold the button, just like in Street Fighter 2, and a couple other games, you'll get an overhead. Of course, they can block it if they know it's coming. But if they, oh, I don't have the option to make them just crouch block. It's buried in setting somewhere. So they've all got their own overheads. Now they all don't hit crouching too, so you have to be careful of that. But I think you could use that as a mix-up thing. So this one they can expect to get hit first. Let me put them at block all. They can expect, you know, it's coming. See? But if you do this, because the hit doesn't register, maybe they'll get a little confused about it. Thought that might be beneficial. There's other reasons that I made some of them not hit on crouching for more balance issues. But, so here's the thing. Okay, that's great and all. Let's see. Hold on. Stand. Auto guard. Oh, and I don't want them to do wake up attack. Like, okay, that's great, but they can block it, right? Now in Street Fighter 2, they couldn't do that. If you actually hit with it, they would actually get hit with the full thing when it comes down. That's why we've got this. Oh. There. So if you get a hit in Power Max, it'll go right into it. Now the only obvious exception is this, because it launches you. You kind of fly away and you don't get hit by it, but it's still there in case they block it. Now you may have noticed something else. See, he got counter hit because he was actually trying to do a move here. Because there's a little gap there. Oh, let me... hold on. All guard. So he's going to try to counterattack after blocking. He can't. Hold on. Oh, there's a gap in that one, but... yeah, so if you do that, he's got to block it. And furthermore, it's effective on his, just his forward light kick. And they're all safe. All safe on block. They're -2, I think, so it's... you kind of lose your turn from it, but you can't get punished. You can pressure with them. At least not in most circumstances. Okay. Oh, that one. there's a gap when you cancel it from here. But if you use a quicker normal, or one with more stun rather, damn it, then you can get the whole block string. So here, look. On the target combo version. Oh. Here. I'll just show it like this. Damn it! Okay, so this one has a gap. So from the light to the heavy has a gap, but the light to the EX does not. Even in normal mode. So that's a more safe version. Now you can still get DP'd out of it. He's just, because he's using standing heavy punch, it doesn't have a lot of range. But that has a gap. So if he did a Shoryuken in that gap, it would have blown me up. And again, that's still present when they're on fire. But this is completely safe. Oh. Kinda. Yeah, like that. Completely safe. And you pushed him far enough away, he's not gonna get anything in. But you did lose your turn. Because it is -2. But, I mean, come on. What more can you ask for? So you can do some crazy shit with this. You do some crazy shit. Oh, I thought he was gonna try to counterattack there. Police simulator. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Come on. There. Because you can just... oh, I ran out of max. So if you're not sure it's going to actually connect, I mean, just let it ride. And it doesn't matter. Oh, well, don't do that, apparently. But yeah, if you're close enough, it'll get... there's some ranges where it's like, it's just at the tip, so it doesn't quite reach. So you gotta be careful about that. Hey, what's up? So most of those properties haven't changed. They're pretty much what they have been. But the animation makes the consistency of hitting from here to here a lot better. So I had some issues where it would hit here, and then this would hit so far away that the Shoryuken wouldn't reach quite right. Like, it would reach the air hit, but not the base hit. So that was an issue. Would love to see Ryo Sakazaki made by you with moves of his best version. Fatal Fury special mashup with Marco from Kuro Market of Woes. I don't know if I would want to take Marco's moves, though. I don't know. Oh, unfortunately, I'm going to have to take a quick emergency break. I will be right back, so just hang tight. Okay, everything's all cool now. We're all good. Sorry about that. At least I got to hear War Machine's theme completely intact without me talking over it, which always somewhat amused me that Iron Man had a different theme in all the games before Marvel 1, and then in Marvel 1 they made him War Machine. But you had Iron Man's moveset, I think, pretty much intact, except for maybe like one super or something. But they just decided to recolor him and call him War Machine and give him a new theme song. So it's like, alright, whatever. I guess they're just trying to make something new out of mostly repurposed assets. Fine, whatever. But then it gets really interesting. My Iron Man didn't bring his Sunday best. Yeah. So here's the really interesting thing. Because again, Iron Man was in the previous games. He was in Marvel Superheroes, and was he in Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter? Maybe not. I think he was just in Marvel Superheroes at that point. So when time came, because a lot of time passed between Marvel 2 and Marvel 3, and of course, Marvel 2 had War Machine, and it also had Iron Man, because everybody is here, basically, is what happened in Marvel 2. But nobody had actually a set theme song. So, when it came time to Marvel 3, for Marvel 3, Marvel's like, hey, you gotta put in Tony Stark, because Tony Stark is Iron Man, and we got the movies coming out, and we need you to put him in instead of War Machine. And they're like, okay, fine, whatever. But it gave him War Machine's theme song. So the Marvel 3 Iron Man theme is actually War Machine's theme. But I'll be honest, I think it actually fits the... If you want to think of Tony Stark as the character, I think Iron Man's theme works. I mean, War Machine's Marvel 1 theme works for Iron Man, like, really well. I think it works pretty good. So I always thought that was amusing, though. They didn't go back and get Iron Man's theme. They just hijacked War Machine's theme for Iron Man. I guess they just figured, well, he's not going to be in the DLC, so screw it, we can do it. Or maybe it was War Machine and Marvel came in and they're like, nah, change that shit to Iron Man. Because movies and shit. And they're like, yeah, sure, alright. Repaint him, give him some different voice clips, and we're good to go. Don't bother changing the song. We ain't got time for that. You know? I don't know. It's hard to say. I'd like to see the beta footage to see if Iron Man was actually in when they first showed the game off before it released. I'd be really curious to know that. Anyway, so that little side rant over. So yeah, I was talking about, I believe, what you could do with these kicks. I don't think you can. I don't think they have any air utility. Wow. Jeez, I couldn't even get that. Let's say you should be able to max cancel it. Let's see. Hey! Zombie, what's up? Another month. It's right, it is a new month. Holy crap, thank you very much. You're the man. Yeah, I don't think they have any juggle properties. I tried experimenting with them, but they didn't feel quite right. Yeah, I don't think they've got juggle properties anymore. I felt like there were other things that they were better at. However, I did change this. So this animation got completely retooled. So watch this. Oh, you know, let's do it this way. Look at that. That actually worked, right? Mega Mode stuff has juggle, but I don't know if you want to get into Marvel territory. No, we do not want to get to Marvel territory. Yeah, watch this. That actually connected. So what's the deal? This is +3. And why did I make that +3? Because these are certainly not... They're not plus. See, counter hit? Or even let me turn the thing off so you can see the... Okay, so this one is +3. Actually, no, it's more than that. It's more than +3. Because I think this is a +4 or 5 move. Or a 5 startup move. It's either 4 or 5 frames. I'd have to check the animation to know for sure. So why did I make it so good? Well, it's for the corner. So if you've got somebody on the ground and you think they're gonna jump, you can do some crazy stuff with it. If you happen to hit them on the pre-jump, you can still do it. If you happen to hit them when they jump, then you can do other stuff too. So just pay attention to what condition they hit under. That's not gonna work. No. Wait, how did that? Oh, because he jumped. I was gonna say, wait a minute, how did that work? It's because he jumped. So I did that to give... I did that to give this kick more versatility, because it didn't seem like there was much to do with it. It's not very far-reaching, like this one is. Like, this one's really far-reaching. See? And this one's pretty good anti-air, you can tell. The hitboxes. See, that hurt box extends pretty far up. And the punish box is pretty flat under it. And this one, yeah, is like that too, but it's lower. So it's good for like a... Well, I'd say it's good for, but you could use it as like a long-range anti-air. So if you're standing back here, you should be able to... Yeah, you can get them from back there. Doesn't do a heck of a lot of damage, but it's a good long-range kind of option. So even if they block it, I don't think they'll be able to do much to it. Yeah, you're not doing nothing for that. Ken's already 100 miles away before he's even got his fist up and ready to punch. Let's see. I was gonna say, I don't think there's too much to get here. Nope, there's enough time for a crouching medium kick. You could potentially get something off of that. It's not going to be much, but you might be able to get something off of that. If you buffered in the super, if you used a level 3 Shoryurepa? Maybe? Because it jumps forward pretty far. No, I got the knee. Oh, no, that ain't gonna work. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything off of this. I am not the most pro of players at all. No, Jesus. I'd have to go down, hold down back, hit this, and then get a super off of it, and I can barely get a Shoryu. Oh, there we go. Something like that. No, they wouldn't have reached. He would have just knocked you out of it. Okay. So never mind about that one. You can maybe do that. Yeah, you could do that. And that gets you in at least. Oh, that's a waste. If you space that enough, you might not be able to get punished, depending on what kind of moves they got. So Ken's got interesting kicks. He's got forward heavy kick. All this stuff's useful. Or I hope it's useful. Ah, that one's gonna work. Let's see. Oops, auto. This is another thing I found. I'm gonna leave it though. A really deep heavy attack gives you enough time to... Oh. I think you have a 2-frame window to get that. So you gotta hit 2 frames off the ground. Yeah, and then you can get it. So there, I got it with 1 only. Feels like it's easier to do it with standing heavy punch, but... or jumping heavy punch, but might just be placebo. There we go. And there was the 2 frames. You can tell, so here, the 2 here, that tells you what frame of hit stun. So if you use the frame info, that tells you what frame of hit stun that second hit on. Say that was 8. So that's using the chain lights, you're +8. You hit +8 on it. So it's +6 because it's got more startup. Or +7. Yeah. I think it's 5 startup. I think this is 5? No. It's gotta be 4, because this is 3. And if this is 8, and that's 7, yeah, then this is 4. Feels like it's longer than that. Plus I'm not hitting it on the right timing. Anyway, Ken's got good shit. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So this, because you can do it in the corner, you can do, if they don't get knocked away, so you can't do it out in the open, but you can do it in the corner. Oh, that wasn't gonna go. And then you can do shit after that. Because one of the things you can do is this. And then you can do other stuff. Again, so... Well, meant to do that. So that's one thing I discovered. That's an oversight. I didn't intend for this to be like that, but I'll be honest, it's kind of cool. It's a really, you know, not anybody's going to be able to do that trick. For sure. It takes some skill and timing to get that. And out in the middle of nowhere, it's not that rewarding. You know what I mean? You could do... You could do that, but that's kind of a waste, to be completely honest. So... yeah, I think I showed this. You got just enough time to get that. Because this gives you a lot of... Look at the hit stun on that. It gives you a lot of time to set something up. That's going to be your go-to max cancel button if you can get to it. Because... it leaves you in range, so boom, and then you could just do whatever the hell you want at that point. That's not gonna work. Nope. You could do stuff like that. Ken's got a lot of neat stuff. I think, at least. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh. That's what I get for not practicing with stick. Oh, I keep screwing that up. Super screwing that up. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I have to practice that more, but you can... in the corner... yeah, you can do shit like that. And further to the point, I don't know if I want to adjust this part of it. If you have right timing... time to plug in some assists. Not Marvel. Oh, that's too well. If you get it just right, like that, except I screwed up the second button press. It was too late. You can get two of them. I don't know if I want to leave that in or not. Ah, did it too early. There it is. You can't get three though. I tested it. You cannot get three. But yeah, once you get this, you can do an EX1 after it. The EX1 will come out fast enough. Now on the ground, oh yeah, you can still do it. That's right, because I wanted a mini Shoryu Reppa. It also sort of emulates Ken's Street Fighter 3 double Shoryu combo. There's a one frame link to get the two Shoryukens in a row, and that was sort of my way of emulating that as well. Because on its own, the light Shoryuken doesn't do much for Ken, so I wanted to give him something to kind of compensate for that. Like, you can max cancel, because you max cancel anything, right? Okay, sure. So everything has, like, wild functionality, but... you know, I wanted something that it would have on its own. I don't think you... no, you can't do it with a super. It probably is a 1 or 2 frame link. Trying to think of what else. No, it's gonna be way too slow. So there's that. Let's see. These are way too hella slow. They wouldn't hit anyway. They don't juggle. That's gotta be too. Oh, what the hell? How did I get a kick out of that? I hit it so hard that I hit kick too? Maybe I just grazed it. Oh well, whatever. No, not gonna work. Yeah, so you can only do that. Because even if you do it in the corner, you can't get a heavy. Because the heavy one doesn't juggle. Or rather, how should I put this? The way that the juggling system works is a move has two properties to it. It has a flag that says, yeah, this can juggle something. And another flag is, yes, this sets something to juggle. So if we do this, I might have to get him. Hold on. Let's get him in the corner. Be a little easier here. Okay. So if I do this, not gonna work. Because this move does not set a juggle flag. Likewise, not gonna work. Even if you immediate, they're gonna block it. They have the right to block. See? Same thing here. Because these don't, they do not initiate a juggle, and they do not juggle from a juggle. So, a move that does is the Hurricane Kick. Oh, I didn't expect that to hit twice. There. See? I can catch him falling off of the Hurricane Kick, the Tatsu. Because the juggle flag is set. So the Tatsu not only can set juggle, it can also take advantage of a juggle. That's how it can hit multiple times in air. So moves that can both set and juggle at the same time are really powerful. Because they give you the potential to do other stuff. Now this is also one of those moves, which makes it really special. Oh, that's why you can get a Shoryuken off of it. It puts him in a juggle state, and the Shoryuken can take advantage of the juggle state. It can juggle. But Shoryuken can't juggle twice. It doesn't set the person to juggle. It only takes advantage of a juggle. Now, EX attacks are a whole different ballgame. They can juggle in any kind of situation. I think that's just too slow. But if it wasn't, yeah. So what's a good one? Well, this doesn't work. And this doesn't work with the heavy. But this does. It's because EXs can juggle in any kind of situation. And in fact, they typically will refresh the juggle. I don't know if Ken has any that will let him do that. But Ryu definitely does. So he has EX Jodan, Donkey Kick, and that it refreshes the juggle super hard that even normals work again. But again, same laws apply. Without the EX, it's not going to work. But with the EX, it does work. So let's see. And EXs are max cancelable. So Ryu's got, see, he's also got this one. So EX Tatsu ends up refreshing the juggle. Same here. So you can use EX attacks to really get some shit going. And that's pretty much the core of the juggle system. EX attack's really good. Let's see. See? Shit like that. That didn't work out. I didn't get it close enough. But I could have done another max activation. Ryu is the only character so far that can do 2 max activations in a combo, if you've got the meter to do it. Because prepping his, oh, there we go. Oh shit, I fucked it up. I should have did a heavy Shoryu and max canceled it. There we go. Oh, baby! Oh, baby! That's the first time I've done that on stick. I've been waiting to hook stick up to try that one out. Part of me was like, do I want to show that on stream? I think I'm going to keep it. This is really cool. Because again... Oh, I didn't max cancel it. But it's prepped to parry in the meantime. So... This is... Come on. This is Kaku Fubatsu. Oh. Of course. This is Kaku Fubatsu. And Kaku Fubatsu's got, sure, it takes some meter, but you can get a lot of shit off of it. You can really get a lot of shit off of it. It's a full crumple. That Tatsu's late, so I always do it too late. There we go. Oh, well, I didn't link tight enough. He did, I counter hit him, which means that he was able to move. But that's my own incompetence. Yeah, see. So you can get a lot of stuff with that. So, hold on. So not only does it prep the parry... Oh, I was too close, I guess. Oh, too late. Too late. Oh. There we go. Oh! Screwed that up. Really close to him. If I pull him back just a tad. I screwed it up. My head was somewhere else. I don't know. That was really far away. I don't know if it would have worked. There we go. Oh! I crossed him up. Yeah, the other thing I learned recently... Or not with that. Because again, the Tatsu causes a juggle, and it can pick up from a juggle. So, causes juggle, picks up causes, picks up, and it the Shoryu doesn't continue it. But again, EXs can override it, so. So you can still pick it up with the EX. if you manage to pick it up with this in the corner, you might be able to get another hit, etc., etc. Oh. Come on. Duh. Okay. Too late. No? Oh, he was trying to wake up attack, so that wasn't real. That wasn't real. Oh, too late. Ah! I'm not used to doing this. My brain's just like, just go up and get some Tatsus going. And no, that's not what we're trying to do. There we go. Yep, just like that. And he's gonna try to wake up. I fucked the parry up. But if I timed it right, I would have gotten the parry. And he would have been super screwed. Oh, no, too early. There we go. Okay, right. And I did it too early. Alright, one more time. What? Oh, so this is a light punch into Tatsu. It's not automatic. Oh. What's the good like? I gotta press the kick, and that amount of brain power screwed up the whole thing. Okay. Oh, too close. So here's one of the things, and this is not so much a problem like out in the middle of nowhere. But you notice, like, I wait until he falls a little to hit him there. You can hit him quicker than that. And you can get it, but I think it pushes him too far ahead. So I've been trying to delay that. But if you delay it too much, it's no good. It's not... It may look easy, but it's not. I'm sure for some people it would be easy. But for me, it's not. Ah. Okay. Nope, crossed under. God damn it. What I wanted to do that time... Ken's putting in more airtime than the Air Force. What I wanted to do that time was go for just this. And then when he wakes up, hit him with this. Then I got a bar to work with here. And that's probably the deadliest combination of all that. Oh, man. Close enough. Oh, he's dead. No, he did get counter hit there, but it probably still would have dizzied him. And I don't think Dizzy has anything to do with the... Or counter hit, I don't think has anything to do with the Dizzy. Let's look at it this way. Yeah, so that didn't look like it did that much. Oh. Yeah, I don't think it has any impact on Dizzy. Yeah, so it would have dizzied him anyway. it doesn't inflict any more stun to do a counter hit, it looks like. Just judging based on the pixels there. So yeah, that would have still stunned, even if I didn't screw it up, it was still stunned. In fact, it would have stunned earlier because I missed a Shoryu at the end too. So the other thing with Kaku Fubatsu is we kind of merged it with... Oh, that's not what I want. We kind of merged it with Ishin from Omega Mode Ryu. So there's the Ishin and the Teshin. Well, actually, I think the way we named it... Oh, come on. That this part here, that's Ishin. And then Teshin was the follow-up you could do in Street Fighter 4's Omega Mode. And that's this. So if you do another double down back at the right time, during the time that they're stunned, that'll happen. Otherwise, you can do your own combo. Like that. Which you can get some good damage off of. And now you can accumulate bars again while you've got the parry active, so... Oh, I screwed it up. Undo that again. Oh wait, shit. Gotta wait for my bars to come back. So if you built up bars... Like, good lord. Oh. That's not real. Here, let's try it this way. Might be easier from this side. Nope, apparently not. Oh no, I didn't get it right. Did not time that right. But yeah, that's a level 3 only super. Oh, that's not gonna... I didn't build the bars back up. But, I mean, come on. You fucked up and you lost half life. Now, of course, I had a max to burn too. Still, there's more resources than just EXs involved here, but you get the idea. Ryu's got a lot of cool shit, I think. And just the fact that... Oh, hold on. Auto. Just the fact that he can do 2 maxes in one. I remember Tim was memeing about that. He's like, it would be great if Ryu could just use that to do 2 maxes and a single combo, and I'm like, I don't know, man, that's a little crazy. That's a little crazy. And then the frame data ended up being that way as a result. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Keep it. There we go. See? Practice makes perfect. Except it doesn't. Hey, you get the idea. Oh, that one's tough too. Oh, I screwed it up. Try it again. Nothing wrong with being a little crazy, yeah? I think that's what makes it fun sometimes, you know? It's like, oh shit, look at the crazy thing I found. In this case, it was kind of unplanned, but it's kind of like, it's a happy little accident. Screw it. 2-0? Nope. Yeah, 2-0. I gotta get him a little higher, like 1-2 frames higher. 2-0. You can make it work, though. That's not gonna go. 2-0. Yeah, pretty much. Bob Ross mentality game design. It's a happy little accident. No reason to nerf it. Nope. too low. I could get an EX Shoryu there. I know it does work. It's just execution. You have to get him as high as possible. And then you've got to... You can't just do the Tatsu right when you land most of the time. Like, if you're in the corner, it might catch. But you've gotta like, space it out. It's tough. It's tough, but... if it wasn't tough, then... there would be no room to grow. You didn't want your execution... I was gonna do this. No. This one's tougher. There. Oh, no. Well, you can do that always. Yep, there we go. The moment that you start the Tatsu in the air, where you are in your jump arc, and whether or not you're super jumping or not, drastically changes where you're going to land. But if you do it right, you got to hit it a little low. You'll come along with your opponent. Yeah, right there. Got him. If you do it with the right timing, you can float down with your opponent. And then you can change stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to. Now, obviously, in the corner, it's a little bit easier. Oh, apparently not. Because they're not going anywhere. So you've got a lot more control in what you can do. Oh, I didn't have enough for an EX. I think Ryu, for me, is the funnest character right now. They've all got their crazy BS. But I think Ryu, for me, is the most fun character right now. Ken's not bad. But just the... I don't know, maybe because I'm not good enough to be aggressive? So I think, like, oh, Ryu has a lot of stuff that I'd like to use. Like the stunning, he's got the Denjins and all that shit. And I think because Ken takes a little more execution on some stuff, that for me it's... Ryu has that fine, honest BS. Yeah, ain't that the truth? The editor's starting to chug. Let me refresh it here. When you play in the editor, it gets a little funky sometimes after a while. When you play the build, though, you don't have these issues. Because the editor's running a whole bunch of other code that you don't have to run in the game. It's just for logging and debugging, finding problems and shit. The runtime version, by runtime I mean when you build it so that it doesn't have to run in the editor, so that I could just send it to you and you can just run it. It has far less code to run. It doesn't have to be worried about searching for problems. And of course he doesn't. Ryu, you son of a bitch. Wonder if I can get this now that I've warmed up a little. Almost. Oh, that's not right. Wrong button. I'd ideally like to get 2 hits there. It's tough though. Ken has deliberately... Oh, yeah. Ken's got a glitch where in his air recovery on his Tatsus, he can just kind of do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't know how to fix that yet. He shouldn't be able to do that. So he can do some dumb shit that sometimes gets him glitched out. I'll figure out a way to fix that, but I'm gonna redo the jumping code anyway. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Look at that damage. In fact, let's put damage on so we can actually see. Oop. Oh. Oh, not that right. Too late. Or too early, rather. Like I said before, the this is a 2-frame window. So you gotta be really, really, really tight on that. Like, this, not so much. Let me turn on frame info too. Oh. My hand like cramped up. And it like hit next to the button and not the button. I don't know what the hell is going on with me. Man, my hands are getting bad. They really are. Like, I know I've been doing too much with them again, but they're not doing good. I'm gonna have to take more rest periods. Yeah, I know, really. That's what it feels like. Like, they just stop moving. And I, like, push down, and I'm, like, not even on the button. I, like, hit the plexiglass. So, like, what the hell is that? Alright. Oh! Oh, baby. So, there. For one EX bar, you got 432 damage. Now, granted, corner only. But that's pretty cool. And again, that was another unintended... Yo! 474. I had a feeling that was possible. Again, this is one of those moves that can set juggle and cause juggle. So if you can get it, it's a little hard to time. Yeah. And then you can do another show review after that, you saw it. Yeah, all American damage. Ain't that the fucking truth? And for so little bars, too. But again, it's corner only. But I think that might be alright. I've considered lowering the damage on this. It's got the same damage as... No, actually it's got better damage than any of the normals. But because of the juggling ability, I've been thinking about cutting the damage down a little bit. Because you can get so many fucking ones. And, like, in a row, too. Hold on. Damn it. There we go. I'm pretty sure this is doable. Yeah. So that's 2 bars and you almost made 1 back. And it's 525 damage. And this is from the middle of the stage. That's from the middle of the stage. Corner carried your ass all the way down. I think I liked the fact that you're able to do it. I just may turn the damage down a little bit. It's already got really good recovery. It's got great range. It's got great priority. If you look at the tip of the box here, it's got a good invulnerability right at the end there. So I think I want to keep the way that it works. but I think it needs damage decreased. 80 is a little high. That's 70. Maybe take it down to 70, or maybe even 65. Let's see. This is okay. This kick is 70, so this one should at least be 70. Hey, Graphicus, what's up? Just going over the Ken changes and... Oh, I fixed, I don't know if I mentioned this on stream, but I fixed the not being able to animate shit in Unity. So I migrated to the new Unity version, and that fixed that issue. Of course, it has its own fucking issues, but I fixed those too, which is great. Or rather, I didn't fix it, but I took AJ's advice, and AJ's advice fixed it. In fact, let me show you that. So I don't use Visual Studio anymore for editing the code. And you're like thinking, well, what the hell? Why not? Minimize that. So I use now what's called VS Code. If you want to think of it this way, it's like a stripped down version of Visual Studio. It's still a Microsoft product. And it's got all the typical stuff you'd associate with it. You know, you got IntelliSense, so if I do this dot, see, it gives me all the stuff like it usually does. You can debug with it just like you can in Visual Studio. And I'll be honest, I think it's probably got all the things that Unity would need to track for Visual Studio, but none of the bloat. If you notice how fast that thing started up and how fast I can get through the files and stuff, like, it's quick. Like, it's really quick. And to be honest, even if I didn't have to use it, it might be my preferred way to work in Unity. And the interface is very slimmed down and everything's just really nice. And I had to do this though because the this one doesn't have it, does it? But yeah. Okay. So, oh, sorry. Did I go to definition? Oh, it's just namespace. There's no definition. But let's do find all references. Oh, that's neat. It goes over in the corner here. I forgot about that. Oh, that's nice. Look, and then they expand out. Oh, that is super nice. That is clean. That is very clean. That is super clean. Let's see. So input tracker. I'm trying to find, you know, and hold on. Let's, because I got the other project open. This is my deterministic engine that we're working on. Let me open it up in here. So here's the real problem that was happening. See, I use InControl for input. So that's a Unity Store asset. That's really, really, really good input solution. It's called InControl. The problem was, let me blow this up a little bit. Oh, I can't zoom in? Why can't I zoom in? I was able to zoom in before. Why can't I zoom in? Oh no. View. I got old man eyes. I need to zoom in. Zen mode? Wait, what the hell is Zen mode? Did we click it? Oh! Oh, look at that. Oh, that's neat. That's neat. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's got shit. It's got more shit. And I didn't even know. It's got all the shit. I don't know why I wasn't using this from the first place. I never knew it existed. AJ's like, oh wow, look at that. You can do 3. Oh, that is cool. Oh, man. Alright, yeah, I got uses for that. Yeah, even further beyond. So what, how do I, okay, escape gets me out. I can close all? Oh, okay. Oh, because you can have different tabs per window, I bet, right? Oh my god, look at that! Alright. I'm telling you, man, VS Code, this shit's the GOAT. This is really the GOAT. I'm sure you can make Visual Studio do some of this, if not all of it, but I've never noticed it. And this, I love the simple layout, and the fact that it's vertical columns and you can just go anywhere. Like, I've seen Visual Studio, you can divide it horizontally, so you'd have some on top, some on bottom. It makes it hard to read. I don't think it makes it hard to read, but if you got, well, that shit's good. Anyway, so the In Control, it's an asset from the Unity asset store, and it's super good. Like, that's the best controller API I've seen, and they're always updating it. They've got native for consoles, everything, super good. It's like $30. I'm like, fuck it, just get it. It's gonna save me like 2 months of time at least, of like real dev time. Like, if I only did this for a couple months, maybe I could get most of the way there. Maybe not even, because they've added so much stuff at this point. Like, screw it. Throw $35 at it. It's cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. So that imports into Unity, right? Here, we're using this project to exemplify it. Here you go. So here's In Control. And all the stuff associated with it, and it's got its own code file. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is the Explorer. So if we go to, where is it? Here. So this CS proj file, it's a project file, and it holds, like, you know, here's the references for all the methods and the functions and the classes and the namespaces, which this In Control is a namespace. And it's got all that stuff. But Visual Studio was like, yeah, it doesn't exist. And I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't exist? It's literally here. It's literally in the list of things. What do you mean it doesn't exist? And Visual Studio's like, nope, doesn't exist, doesn't exist. I tried re-adding it, I tried changing stuff, re-importing it, making a special solution file, everything, nothing. It's just like, nope, doesn't exist. And now the problem with that is, sure, Unity can compile it because Unity sees it, and it exists as far as Unity is concerned. You can't compile the code in Visual Studio, you can't debug it. So I had to figure out what the heck I was going to do with that. And we tried all sorts of stuff. And AJ's like, try VS Code. I'm like, what the heck is VS Code? I've never even heard of it until now. And I'm like, he's telling me to do this and that. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. I'm like, I don't understand. And he's like, no, just get VS Code and do it. And I'm like, no, what is VS Code? But apparently it's just this stripped down version of Visual Studio that, quite honestly, I really like. So that's the story how I fixed that. And VS Code picked up In Control. It's just like, yep, it exists. And I'm like, oh, thank God. I didn't have to do anything special. It just picked it up. Great. Yeah, AJ's been living in the fifth dimension the whole time. Yeah. He's got all the answers. And even because he was looking at it for a while, and he was like, weird. And Mr. J chimed in too, and he's like, add the reference? I'm like, no, it's already here, look. And I showed him, like, the project's here. Everything's here. It just doesn't work for some reason. And I don't know. I still don't have an answer as to why it didn't work in Visual Studio. It just works here. So if you also want to use VS Code, I'd recommend giving it a try. Alright, hold on. I learned you don't Google or search anything, especially on Twitter, on screen. Okay. Alright, it's clean. So Visual Studio Code. So if you go here, just Google it, and you can download it for Windows. There's Mac ones. I don't know if the Mac ones work with Unity on Mac. I don't know if Unity even works on Linux, so who knows about that. I didn't do user installer. I think if you go to other platforms here, I did system installer, so it installs for all users on the system, being your computer. So if you do user install, I think it installs locally to your profile, and only you can get to it. But I like installing things for all users on the computer, so I did that. And then, shoot, let me see if I can grab the link that I had. I think I got it in the Discord. Oh, where is it? Yeah, alright, here we are. And I'll drop this in the chat too. Where's chat? Where's chat window? Got buried now. There. So this, once you get all that installed, there's this article which helps you get up and running with Unity with VS Code. So it tells you you've got to download certain stuff. You got to download the .NET Core SDK. So you just go here and build apps, Core SDK. Download that, you're all good with that part. Then it does stuff, it installs. If you're on Mac, you do something else. I don't even know if it... Well, I guess, yeah, they mentioned Mac here in the Unity. It working with Unity, so it must work on Mac then. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered mentioning it. So there's some extra step for Mac, but we're not on Mac, so we don't care. Install the C# extension. So the big thing about this VS Code, Visual Studio Code, is that it only has what you tell it to have. Like, it comes as a blank slate, and you add stuff to it. So there's no bloat. You don't need to install 40 things that you're not going to use. You just install, I want C++ or C# extension. Boom. You hit this. As long as you've got it installed, it'll just pop right up. Now, you can get it from VS Code. So this kind of works like the Chrome extensions. Or like Brave browser extensions, which is based on Chrome anyway. So you could just hit this and it would pop this up to install. But you can go in here, I believe, on your own. That's where I found it the first time. It's got to be here somewhere. Selection. No, go. No, that's for like running it. I don't know, somewhere in here that I found it. And I'm like, oh, extensions. I'm like, oh yeah, I need C# extension. Oh, you know what it was? I launched it first. Opening the C# file. And it actually popped up and it's like, yo, you don't have C#. You want to install the plugin? That's where I found it. That's right. And so it went through and did that part. There's probably a way you can pull it up somewhere in here. I'm just not seeing it. But anyway, you can do it from here. Hit the install. It installs real quick. Then in Unity, you got to reboot to somewhere in here. And in Unity, if you go to Edit Preferences, it's already set to Visual Studio Code, but look, I got Visual Studio Community in here. You can pick other stuff, or you can pick your own one. Not sure what that one does. I guess it probably just checks the system settings. So Windows settings says, hey, you open this with this, that with that. And then you could choose your own. Oh, that's a time's up buzzer, but we'll get through this first. But once you have Visual Studio Code in, it pops up here. Now the tutorial here says that it doesn't, and it tells you there's like ways to add it. Like just going to find it. But I didn't have to do any of that. So maybe older versions of Unity, you have to go through a little bit of extra steps. But as you can see, mine just showed up. It's just like, hey, it's there. Okay, cool. I hit that and boom, I was done. That was it. There's a couple other things here they go over. Oh, debugger for Unity. Yeah, so when you're done with that, then hit the debugger. And again, it installs just like a Chrome plugin, and boom, and then it's up and running. And then you've got other stuff here too. I don't think I actually installed these two. I probably want to go ahead and do these ones. So look at how small they are. It's nothing. The plugins are very lightweight. I really like it so far. I have not run into any issues yet. Unity Tools. This is an unofficial extension created by that person, and it is not affiliated with... Yeah. Add miscellaneous functionality to Visual Studio Code for Unity developers. Sounds good to me! Heck, let's do it right now. Here's how it works. Boom. You have Visual Studio Code? Cool. Continue. Did you mean to switch apps? Yes. And here it is. Boom. Here, it brings it up in the extension window. Install. Bada bing, bada boom, it's done. Look at that. That's good, I'm telling you. I think I'm going to very much enjoy this one. Code snippets? Sure. Give me it all. Boom. Installing. Done. Unity snippets. God, how do you pronounce that? Yeah, bada bing, bada boom. That's how you do it. That's the language of my people. And there, boom, done. There you go. I'm not even sure what the hell it all did, but I'm sure I'll make use of it. Let's see, code snippets. Oh yeah, so yeah. It's got stuff with messaging, start, on collision enter. Looks like autocomplete stuff. Yeah, that's perfect. That stuff's really good. So this is for, well, it says Unity 3D, but it's all the same program. Create game classes like mono behavior, network behavior, state machines, easily. Yeah, alright. Sounds good to me. Whole bunch of snippets. Anyway, yeah, so I would at least try it. I haven't had, 100 hours spent on it yet, but man, I'm liking it. It loads up quick, everything's good, debugs. I've got no problems. Yet. So, I'll continue to use that here, because that was roadblocking me here. I couldn't debug anything. And I had to do input, which I don't think I fixed that yet, right? No, I didn't fix that yet. It don't work yet. So I'm trying to get input to go in my manual updater, but I haven't been able to work on it because it was broke, but now it's fixed. Hooray! And let's see. So and then Pocket Fighter, here we are. Oh. Might not work because it was also taken by this? I don't know. Well, anyway, whatever. So, yeah, I wanted to share that part absolutely with you guys. Because that was a big help, just to have that. And the fact that I can animate again. If I can get one that actually moves here. Dash backwards. See? He actually moves! And he doesn't have nonsense values. He's actually got normal values, because they start him off at the origin. It's not using calculated values to show here, so it actually makes sense. And I can do my animation. Doop, doop, along with the music. Actually, let me get rid of this busy flag. See, it's in yellow because it doesn't exist anymore. Which doesn't really hurt anything, necessarily. But it was something that I had removed. But that's just telling me that it's no longer available. So if I put a sprite on the second to last key here, then I can get rid of this, and we still have the same length. Okay. And that's the animation in motion. Looks like he goes farther than he does. What? See, he ends up in the spot though. Oop. Well, I wasn't quite in the center, but you get the idea. Oh well, I guess that's pretty much it. So, we'll be back next Monday, the 11th. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we'll be playing on the 10th at 7 or 8. Depends on when we get done with stuff on Sunday. We played Streets of Rage 4 yesterday, which was this past Sunday. The next Sunday, I'm not sure what we're going to do. I think we might do, we got Star Tropics still waiting in the wings, and if we can get caught back up on Resident Evil Gaiden, we might finish that. So, that's pretty much it for that. We've got Discord, we've got, where's my chat window, keeps getting hidden. I got 500 windows going on here. There's Discord link. Scrubbot's got you covered. If you're watching this on YouTube or LBRY, hello from the past, future past? Not sure how that works. And we've got, I'm at MarkDWiz on Twitter, and we've got a Patreon. So the link for that's down below, no matter what you're watching it on. And that helps me keep the stream going. It helps me keep doing what I do in development. So it's supporting my efforts in programming and all the other stuff. And we've got a whole bunch of awesome patrons to read out. So we've got Zombie Killer, we've got Miguel Tabasco, Rui Luis, Uncle Roy, Mike Cruz, Taryn Williams, Corporal Chungus, Bryce Nagoinum, AJ, Anthony Moniz, D-Money107, and LD Walker. So thank you very, very much. And that'll be it for me today. I do, fortunately, or fortunately, I guess in this situation, fortunately, I have a day job. Yeah, hello from the past, calling the future. So fortunately, I have a day job. But that also means I have to sleep at a normal human hour, so this is as far as I can stretch it. And, oh no! Jet, I appreciate it! Jet, I appreciate it so much, but we are just closing out. It's like the last 30 seconds. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I appreciate it, man, though. I appreciate it. But I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to sleep, or I'm not gonna make it for, work. And then they'll fire me, and then I'll be homeless. All I'll have is the Patreon pennies. I'll be able to buy my dog food, but I'll starve to death. Oh well. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. See you guys later. Have a good one, and scrub out.